Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oh, Killy entertainment only. I've been pondering all morning, and what is it, nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As I sit with the energy, as I went through this, just puzzle pieces dropping into place, a huge upgrade overnight after watching Dr. Stephen Greer's documentary called Cirrus. It's in my post section. Can't believe it was 13 years ago that it was put out. And I do have to find us more updated stuff. Now, what happens is my guides do not, I know it's been out there for 13 years. My guides do not give me information until I am ready at that stage to take it on board. And what's happened then is I've also been in private conversations with people who are doing research. And yeah. Well, a lot of what they say would not have made sense until I had actually seen the movie, until I had gone through my upgrade late last year, until a lot of things have started falling into place. So if you've been watching my videos, you'll know for a while that there's a lot happening that is not, do not be distracted by the superficial. Does make it hard to step back into this skin being. It feels like a knowing beyond the 3D humanity, the everyday humanity. So if I struggle with it a bit, I do apologize. But I just found it incredibly mind-blowing. Okay, what I want to have a look at, and I have been looking at this for a bit over the last few weeks and thinking about this a bit and sort of thinking about where do I go with it. I want to have a look at who is behind the big oil push. I have my suspicions, and it is what I'm really getting as I was sitting with that energy and chatting to my guides this morning is that is not real. I'm just going to put out there, is not real. Is not real is being, what my guides were telling me, is being used as a top tier puppet. They are also in combination playing the US, a second tier puppet. Now, I'm not saying you guys are puppets, I'm saying the regime. So pretty much is not real is being used, and they in turn are using the US regime in combo. Now, you're wondering where I'm going with this. Literally, all I've written is one line, MBS behind big oil. And you guys, if you're not sure who MBS is, just Google MBS and I'm sure it will tell you. So I'm going to use the runic tarot because this is quite heavy and quite dark energy, and also the ruins do give me a little bit of extra insight. Now, what I'm being reminded of while I sat in this energy this morning was, if you remember when the orange idiot went to that particular country. Now, if I talk in code or don't give full information, I do apologize. I'm trying to avoid the censors. I might be sitting at a desk down under in a pretty nondescript suburb with this endless summer that doesn't want to go away. But I still got to be a little bit careful. I'm just putting it out there. So if you remember the orange idiot, and I call him that because he's orange and he's an idiot, went to a particular country in the hot deserty region, and he was on a red carpet, and he was meeting with a certain leader of a country over there, MBS, And there was somebody else there. I can't remember who they were. They sort of felt like they were just secondary. And then the New York property developing guy walked up. You guys know the image. The names are not, aside from the two main players, the Orange Idiot and MBS, the others are just peripheral. So the property developer guy walked up, handed the Orange Idiot some papers, which a certain camera angle glimpsed over his shoulder and saw that they were photographs on the papers. The other three laughed their heads off, while the Orange Idiot literally went this shade under his makeup. So under his makeup, he went this shade and quickly stuffed them into his jacket pocket. They keep showing me, playing me that image over and over again. Oh, and as I split the deck to start shuffling, yes, the star was on the bottom, but as I split the deck, the Ace of Wands, which tells me, yep, aces, if I pull an ace straight up or split the deck and there's an ace, absolutely on the right path, and it's the plan, and it is prepared to burn the world down to rule over the ashes. So, big oil. So, what I've been getting for days is that the tech, so pretty much, I'm just going to say, the US is an oil company with a huge military. There are two major industries in the US, fossil fuels, that is backed by the four big banks in the US, and they have huge stakes in the fossil fuels, and the military complex. They're the two industries in the US that keep the US afloat. Those around the world that I keep, and I've said it a few times, we're going through a process at the moment where you've got these obscenely cashed up parasites trying to divide the globe, and then subsequently Moon and Mars and the rest of it, but not yet, trying to divide the globe up into sectors. So it's not countries taking over countries, it's conglomerates taking over sectors. So one will be the military, one will be data, one will be communications, one will be shipping, one will be, yeah, absolutely. And as I split the deck, this was on the bottom because I'd put the deck back together, but we've got then the Five of Pentacles. The moral, financial, and ethical corruption, this is my traditional meaning for the Five of Pentacles, that has an absolute disregard for both human life and the planet. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm actually feeling really optimistic because I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. Honestly, I don't. There is enough people going, oh, whereas all of a sudden those of us that were in this conspiracy theory zone, fine, we're actually in the normal sphere. We're actually being, the conspiracy zone is no longer a conspiracy anymore. So what I want to have a look at, first of all, am I right? Is this particular, it's not the one individual, it's the sector that they control, MBS. Are they behind this conflict in Persia, this obsession with sticking with big oil? Now, a lot of countries are experiencing the same. Australia's the same. There's big money being poured in, and bots galore on social and trolls on social media, trying to tear down the renewable industry. But what I keep getting is that, and I read on it the other day, that first contact will occur after, because honestly, and it makes perfect sense, we're actually using the technology in our day-to-day lives already that is there for this free energy next state that comes after cold fusion. Now, my guides were giving me the other day palladium, 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 and then when I researched cold fusion, palladium is one of the key metals that's used, because apparently it's like a sponge for absorbing the inputted, is it hydrogen? I'm not quite, excuse me if I'm getting this wrong, but I keep getting it's the next stage after that, is when once this information is out there, and this is why the scientists are going missing, this is why they're going into hiding, and this is why it's been happening for decades, because it's all about control. So am I right in this particular individual being behind, or his spear being behind what's happening with these conflicts? Oh, sorry about the long spiel to start with. This is probably going to be a long reading because it just feels incredibly intense. Right, so we've got the Six of Pentacles. Oh, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. Seven of Pentacles, very much about looking at the options, looking about what can harvest. You've got the warrior symbol here in the foreground, but it's also a target on the back. Pointing, absolutely. It is about the authorities, the warrior authority, but I'm just getting pointing at, absolutely, like look here type thing. So first card out is the Six of Pentacles. Traditionally in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, it's the, giving, and it's not even that. It's about the parasitic, moneyed so-and-sos holding on to their wealth and just giving out crumbs to the other 99% of the population. But this is somebody's getting tossed out of the ranks here, and ranks are being closed, is the current situation. Somebody's getting tossed out and the ranks are being closed behind them. The symbol here is can mean success and goals and realized honor and defense, but it's on its side. So this is not going how it was predicted, and somebody is finding themselves cast adrift. Okay. Oh, the Nine of Swords. The nightmare situation, sip of tea, the betrayal, one step off the ending. That's the challenge. I think what's happening is the conflict is, I keep getting that what was promised is not what is being delivered. And Persia has not succumbed like it was anticipating. So it's rapidly turning into this, what do we do next, nightmare situation. Now, the Orange Idiot's come out and he's reportedly something Eagle, some supersonic massive missile or something. He's now threatening with that. That can travel like 3,000 miles or something, and it costs 42 million to shoot off one or whatever it is. He's come out now threatening with that because they're pretty much running out of options. It's not going how they were promised it would go. Okay. So the signifier. Now, I was looking at a map this morning, if you're wondering why, what I'm also... Oh boy, I was down some rabbit holes this morning. I also looked at a map. Now, if you look at where this particular deserty country is that MBS resides in, between them and is not real is the country of Jordan. Okay, fine, Jordan. Haven't heard anything about Jordan. Keep an eye out for Jordan though. But if you have a look, this particular country borders onto the Gulf of Arabia, I think it was. And the other side of the Gulf is Egypt. Desert area, desolate, nobody there. So you've got this country, you've got a body of water, you've got desolate desert area in Egypt, but literally from the top point round to across a tiny little section of desert is not real. Now, what happened down that area, was it 2 years ago now? There was an attack on a music festival that set this all in motion. So where did these people come from? I don't think they came from Gaza. I think they came around through that sector, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's come on down. I told you I'm rabbit holing big time today. Yeah, the energy that they're in at the moment is treason, betrayal, cutting the head off. What they're doing? Absolutely. These are awful cards, by the way. Yeah, the energy they're stewing in at the moment, it's not going to plan. And heartbreak, loss, despair, but betrayal, treason. And the Ten of Swords in the past. The downfall, the attempted downfall with the barren tree, but these swords are all plunged into the soil. This could be rockets falling, plunging into the soil. The tree is still upright. It's damaged, but it's still upright. The expending of the energy here. I mean, look at the darkness in these cards. So the signifier was this one where, okay, we'll throw this one out, sacrifice this one, close the ranks behind it to bring about the future that we want. So I suspect that figure in the foreground there is Persia. But it's not going, it's not going how it was planned at all. This is bigger. Right, crowning the reading, the Eight of Pentacles, polishing up something new, bringing forward something new. That is going to be emotionally overwhelming. That's going to bring about a cleansing and a new start. This is interesting. Okay, coming out of the water. Okay, thank you. I'm getting coming out of the water. Oh boy. Right, okay. I'm just going to point out as well, I'll put that down for a second. I'm just going to point out because I've emailed it to a few people. But if you have a look at the videos of the Yahoo when he does an announcement from his office, he's got a bookcase and stuff behind him. If you look at one from 3 weeks ago and compare it to one to 4 months ago, the one from 3 weeks ago is very obviously AI. And once you're aware of that and you look at the other videos that have come out recently, very obviously AI. The AI is getting better, but if you turn the sound off and look closely, even slow the video down, just watch a segment of it and watch the optics of it, you'll see things don't line up, colours aren't right, light's not right. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there as well. Okay, come on down, let's keep going. Externally, the Knight of Wands, volatile information is going to come forward about the attempt to rain lightning down internally. Hopes and fears. Five of Cups, this absolute disregard for human life, this corruption at the highest level, this playing God, the outcome. Three working together. No, not even three. Three were working together. One is left to their own devices. It's like the other two step back. Ooh, who are they going to leave to their devices? The Wheel of Fortune is turning and the Moon card. Watch for the 1st of May. It's 1st of May for me here tomorrow, but I think the full moon's in 2 nights' time for me. Something huge is going to get revealed. And then we've got the World card, the ending. Moral, financial, ethical corruption there again. And the death of a leader. So we've got 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. The death of a leader coming out. Ace of Swords. Or it may not even come out. It might just simply be the death of the leader. I don't think it's the Persian leader. He may already be gone. I think somebody's going down, and I think it might be the Orange Idiot on the full moon, given that my reading earlier today. You've got the 6 of Wands, 5 of Swords, so the false victory, the betrayal and abuse and steal, the 10 of Cups of the voters, the High Priestess, secret getting revealed, Queen of Swords, it's my Harris card, Queen of Pentacles, not sure who she is yet, might be Susie Wiles, and the Page of Swords, the whistleblower who was in some sort of agreement, bringing forward information with the Knight of Pentacles, and there's Biden, what Biden's put into place, the Hanged Man, and strength, and the Sun, and the Magician, and then the new opportunity coming forward as there is an end of an era with that 10 of Pentacles and working together. Oh, keeps going back to that. Eventually, because it's the one big thing that will undo everything of where we are now. But, okay, so the passing of a leader on the full moon, that could be interesting, will change it's not going well at all. It's not going how it was planned, how it was promised. Okay, overpromised, underdelivered is what I'm getting. Overpromised and underdelivered. Not a happy chappy, I don't think. So, what happens now? Where do we go now? What happens now? What's next? It's not coming together how they were promised. It's not. It's almost like those countries there were promised. Now the Orange Idiots come out and praised UAE for getting out of OPEC. There's more to it than what appears on the surface. What now? It's not coming together. Sun and the Star, and then the High Priestess. Looking at the options, the Orange Idiot in this position of Emperor. Secrets coming out, secrets being fully exposed. What do we do now with the Seven of Pentacles? You've got the Emperor, the Oligarchs, the Order of Succession with that Nine of Wands, but you've got the Sword of Truth and Treason and the Five of Cups coming out next. Five of Cups, regret, loss, not happening like it was planned to, corruption being exposed. It's not going to be an easy time. There is this multi-generational indoctrined propaganda around the world, not just in the US, I'm going to say around the world. We've got our own version of the Orange Idiot over here. She's orange as well. I'll just call her the Orange Harpy. Was gifted a multi-million-dollar plane by someone who's really, really into big fossils. And yet all the supporters are going, yay! Whereas she's a battler like us. Yeah, well, where's your multi-million-dollar plane? It's just, the Kool-Aid is being drunk really soundly by some. But anyhow, but remember also 70% of posts on social media are bots or paid trolls. So where do we go to now? Come on down. The Death card. It is a significant ending that will enable us to step through the portal to the new beginning if we so choose. Now, trust that not everyone will step through it. But it's also going to take a death for this to take place. But a significant ending where we will have the option to step through into this light, this new beginning, if we so choose, is what my guides are saying, if we so choose. It's very much going to be a personal choice. There will be some that refuse, some that will just stay in the dark, in the shadows, because it is more comfortable for them. That's why there is this concerted effort to bring about a sense of fear of the unknown, fear of first contact, fear of terrorism, fear of everything. A concerted effort to bring fear, because when we sit in fear, we sit in this darkness and we find ourselves unable to progress. Fear stifles progression of advancement, of growth. Fear keeps us trapped. This is why it's so important that we don't succumb to the propaganda attempts to instill fear in the populace. I actually don't feel fearful at all. I feel really invigorated and excited about what is to come. I am struggling with reconciling my knowing with the life that I have to lead at the moment. I'm sure I'll get there, but it is a struggle because I feel like I've stepped beyond. And it's a path we are all on to step into that beyond. So the death, what's coming next? A significant death. The second signifier card is the Ten of Wands, an ending of the chaos, an ending of the overwhelming messaging, an ending where we can plant the seeds for the future to go forward. It's the Ten of Wands, believe it or not, but it looks like sort of one wand and 9 pentacles. But this is the challenge, is planting these seeds to go forward. We've got here the energy that we're stewing in is the Hierophant, thinking that it's top down instead of bottom up. We need to invert that pyramid, thinking that our betters know better. Bullshit, they're not better. All they're doing is just sucking the blood out. The energy that we're stewing in is this energy of waiting to be told. But we have this element in the past, the Page of Wands, of defiance being brought forward. This new message of defiance, of standing up for our rights, for standing up for what is true and honest. You don't see Zelensky whinging that he needs a ballroom to stay safe. And he's in a war zone. And I hate to think how many attempts has been on his life. This is the energy that we're in at the moment, is this defiant messaging of no, we will not go quietly into the night. Right, the energy over the top is this Three of Pentacles. This moneyed element it's dark money, it's nefarious planning and plotting, it's carving out, trying to carve something new for themselves. It's not for the people. This is the energy over the top. However, immediate future, Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning. Do not underestimate. 1st of May is a big protest day. Do not have to register if you're worried about that. They will use the registered numbers as the numbers, but we will know differently. We will know better. Wheel of Fortune. Times are changing, and now is the time to birth something new. This is externally. She has the Wheel of Fortune here. She has all the elements that she needs. This is very much about the rise of the feminine energy. Doesn't mean female. It just means the energy of community and compassion that has been downtrodden for at least 2,000 years, if not longer. This is why they fear women. This is why there's this anti-witch hunt that's been going on for forever. This is why they're trying to suppress women's vote. This is why they're trying to keep women curtailed, is what the word they're giving me, because those who are in this energy fear the power of this. Because this is about inverting the pyramid so the masses are on the top. And they're trying to prevent the masses from understanding that, first of all, there is more of us than them, but they are not our betters. They are our inferiors. But they've got this propaganda mind control. But this Empress, this is about taking our tools, turning the wheel and birthing something new. And anyone who's been through a birth, doesn't matter which way you go, whether it's natural or via cesarean, it's painful. It is painful. And we know that, but the rewards can be so wonderful internally. New plan, new beginning, new messaging coming out. I like these cards. Hopes and fears, viewing the world differently, viewing what we need to know from a different angle, looking at it upside down. Turn that pyramid upside down. Put these people on the bottom, where they belong. The Chariot. Gosh, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana in the outcome. Yes, there is one here at the beginning. What was that? That was, oh, and death as well. But, you know, death. Death, yeah, okay, major arcana. But look at the outcome. Wheel of Fortune, Empress, Hanged Man, Chariot with a really powerful ace as well. Chariot, powerful movement forward. Freya, the goddess of fertility, but she's also I wouldn't want to take her on in a battlefield either. The Chariot, the Tower. Man, I couldn't get any more major arcana if I tried. I'm almost not game to turn the next one. The Tower. The tearing down of what was to rebuild something better. And this is about, now a dragon sits on a hoard of gold that it can't eat, it can't drink, it has no purpose, it is simply hoarding gold. This is about, and if you think back, I'm seeing, what is it? One of the Hobbit movies, I can't remember which one it is, where they melted all the dragon's gold and it flowed away. This is what I'm talking about here, the Tower. This is about tearing down those that are hoarding the gold to create something new that we build from the bottom up. And there is the Queen of Wands, the feminine energy with this, bringing forth this new plan. Now, I am interested, I notice a lot of other readers are starting to pick up a feminine leader in Persia. I've been getting that too. Oh, there's the star. The star of hope and healing. I'm just seeing what's coming. I'm not even going to show those next cards. It's the Seven of Swords, the lying, stealing, cheating by those that are in this feathering nest position. They're trying to create some sort of new plan, but the information's all getting out there with the Eight of Wands and bringing an end of an era to them with the World card. The Lovers, the fading misogynistic, the rise of the feminine, the Page of Swords, this new youthful energy, and the Two of Cups, the working together to create this new, so Lovers and Two of Cups. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. It's an end of an oligarchical era. They're going to find themselves isolated, and we've got the Sun coming forward. I like that reading. I love it. Yeah, I am just going to, okay. I'm just going to end up with, let's have a quick look. I'm just going to use the Smith-Waite deck again. How's NBS feeling? Because that's where I started this reading. How's he feeling with how things are going? How is he feeling with how things are going? Because not happy. Not happy. I think you've got the Ace of Wands, this promise trying to bring forward, this Page of Wands trying to bring forward this Ace of Wands. But it's facing the other direction from this card. I overpromised, under-delivered is what I'm getting there. Overpromised, under-delivered. Okay, how's MBS feeling? Because I'm getting the feels that he's behind a lot of what's going on now, the big oil, not even a lot, just in regards to this oil crisis situation. A lot think it's Pooty. I haven't been able to pick Pooty up for, gosh, nearly 2 years now. Let's have a look. How's MBS feeling? Okay, Two of Wands. up on the battlement, looking at what's happening on the world stage and trying to come up with plan H, perhaps? Trying to come up with a new plan. King of Cups, challenged by the King of Cups. Diplomacy, circles of support at the bottom in the past, regret at what was offered. And Temperance, trying to spin it, trying to create something new. You've got this death coming up in the immediate future, which will cause the wheel to turn. The contracts and agreements, the end of big money, a move to the kitchen. What have I got here? 2 10s and the death card in the going into the future. So this agreement, okay, this agreement that they had, it's turned. Those that were on the top ending up on the bottom. Hopes and fears, the end of this big money. Queen of Pentacles, looking at options internally with this downfall, the Chariot, the White House, and the Tower, and the Devil, and the Death, and the nightmare situation. How's he feeling? It is not going how he thought. Hidden agendas being switched on their head, walking away. And there is, well, is it the Empress or is it the Abundance or is it Russia? Well, could be. Yeah, he not a happy chappy. The hidden agenda. It's absolutely been flipped on its head with the Hanged Man, and he's going to walk away. He's going to walk away from the situation, and he's going to move into this new world energy. I think he knows when he's defeated. I think it's almost like this is the last roll of the dice with the Orange Idiot. And when the Orange Idiot goes down, because this is not going how it was planned, the judgment. It is time, collective awakening, time to wake up and move on. I think he's going to, they're going to walk away from the big oil, dream, control, and concentrate on what is next. It's almost like we did our best. We had last roll of the dice. It's done. It's over. And it's the thing is the way they've done it. It's not them paying the price. They still have the ability to pivot. It's not that desert country that is, I know it's getting pounded, but they're not the ones that are actually losing everything. See how it plays. Love to you all. Take care.